Rivenberg, sorry. You are the star of the show, so for the most part, I'm going to pass it back to you. I'll just lead off with a couple of introductory items. So first item is our June 9th, 2025 committee minutes. We don't actually have formal minutes drafted for the June meeting. With the materials, we do have attached the agenda from June, and the meeting, I think, is posted publicly if anyone wants to watch it. But the agenda is here for anyone to reference. Item number 2 is fund balance projections, pre-audit close 2025 audit update. I'll turn it over to you to talk about this. Do we need Colleen to stand at the podium here?
Yeah, would you probably...
Go up there? Okay.
So we're going to touch base on the fund balance projections. We're closing or in the process of closing out our fiscal year 2020. Is it on?
It's not.
I don't think it's on.
It's not.
It's not, but I think
The mic that's
little
underneath
mic-
it's going to be more important, so that way the audio picks up for the video. So you're fine.
This?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, can we bring it down? Is that better? Okay.
It's we can't see
Right.
the recording, but it should be good.
We're
Okay.
hopeful.
So did you hear the first part? Want me to repeat?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're.
Repeat it?
No, you're doing good.
Okay. So during the course of the audit review, there was a couple of items that, going back and forth with the auditor, we felt was necessary to make some adjustments. As a result of those adjustments, we're looking at, there'll be some reports on our audit report, but it's nothing where there was any concern with funding or losing funding. At the end of the day, once we look at our fund balance, we're sitting at a little over $1.1 million, which is great. You were able to put well over 1.3 into reserves, which I think is very prudent fiscal planning on behalf of the district. You're putting money into a bus reserve for next year in 26-27, which is going to be crucial as we move forward. We're planning because of the EV project. You have to buy that bus. The $500,000 that you approved to move forward with that's going to be very, very helpful. You have 665 going in your capital, and then you have the a little over 300 going into TRS. So, which is very good. I think at the end of the day, with all the work that we're doing with the auditors, we're going to be in a good spot, and I think we're going to be going back and forth, getting those final entries in, and we should have an audit report definitely before November 15th. Definitely before November 15th.
Thanks, Colleen. Do you have a question?
Nope.
So when you're talking about adjustments, you mean these are accounting entries, right? Like
Correct.
book entries.
Book entries.
In terms of where money is allocated.
Right. So it's just a reallocation of some of those entries to reappropriate the funds to the correct cash accounts and fund balance accounts. So moving them from where they probably were in a restricted account where they shouldn't have been, it was an accounting error, is moving it now back into our unassigned, which allows that freedom to use that fund as we need them. Because when you put them in a restricted account, you're restricted to that specific purpose of those accounts. So now we are back to our unassigned, which we have to either use for unanticipated emergencies, or obviously moving forward when you're looking at your 26-27 budget.
Thanks. And then
overall, our expenditures were more than our revenues, putting us in a negative. But we did have additional fund balance from the prior year to carry us forward, making us stay in the positive for $16,000. That's it in a nutshell.
Nice. And then how are we looking this year? We're 2 months or 1 month in?
I don't have everything back from the school lunch fund, so I haven't been able to figure out September yet.
Okay, sure. But in terms of meals.
Colin?
So he has submitted, so September just closed, so he has submitted for the reimbursement, so we can tell us what we're gonna get from the state, and that's part of the reason why we continue to what revenue is coming in.
Got it.
But I think I reported, looking at the figures, Frank, where we were increasing our breakfast serving
By 300%.
in the first few days. First 3 days.
Crazy.
Because the state has now allowed free meals universally, so we were up 300% in breakfast. He's juggling a lot because obviously the increased meal, which is phenomenal, because the kids are all getting meals. But then you have the elementary school, so I give him kudos for everything he's doing, but it's wonderful, it's a testament to the free meals that the kids are getting,
And Colin, just to clarify, the elementary school is doing free breakfast as well, right? And that's
Yeah.
where we're seeing the increase.
universally, yep.
Okay.
300%. Lunch saw an increase, but not as exponential as we saw with the breakfast of course, is your first.
So is that like going from 3 lunches to 9 lunches, or are we talking?
Everything free.
Right. No, I'm saying 300%. What was the starting number? Like if we were getting 10 lunches to any ballpark? Yeah.
I might have them, let me check.
Yeah.
I know
Just
we-
curious is because 300%
There-
means something different when it's 5
Let me turn
people
off, well,
versus 100.
well, I also think this is important because this has been something that I think we've discussed about how do we get more breakfast in students' hands. Offering it for free is, even if it's 10 more kids, I think it's still better. But yes, I agree. Let me find out. what
Denominators are
Yep,
important.
Yeah, let me find out.
And another thing from years past, the middle school used to set up like a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
like
entrance
the
card.
grab and go.
So given we didn't do that this year because of what's happening at the elementary school and the need for staffing, we just didn't have the staffing need to be able to do that. In future years, we'll go back to that. But now the fact that we have to do a lot of prep and everything else bringing things back and forth, we just don't have the staffing.
And breakfast. Yeah, and then when is breakfast served for people who might be saying, I'm gonna have to get breakfast at school?
As soon as they come in to the elementary school, I don't know the exact time. I believe it's like 8:45. And in the high school, they serve it all the way up to like first or second period.
And when do they get to? Where can they eat it? In their classroom?
Yeah, but I've seen them eat in the classroom. I don't know the answer, to be very honest with you, Colleen. I don't go to the buildings and see breakfast, so I couldn't answer for you. I can assume it's been classroom because I've seen it, but I don't know the facts for it. Yeah. So elementary school breakfast in 24-25 it was 261, about 145. In 2025-26 we are at 400.
Kids per
400
day.
kids.
Per day. Feeling like
Yeah, and
energized, and ready to
kids,
go.
like, getting nourishment and being ready to go. It's amazing. Okay, next up we have claims auditor report, July, August, and September. We've posted we didn't discuss them, so if there's any highlights from those, Colleen, feel free to share those as
So
well.
really, we talked about August, there was that concern with the stop arm camera, and we have, a contract with the county, two different things.
Yeah, can I explain that one?
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
saw that there was a bill in there for cameras, and we weren't sure what that was. So we're
Yep.
like, hold on a second, why are we spending all this money on bus cameras when we have
Paw
an
Patrol.
agreement with the county? So the county and that agreement with bus patrol has, it does allow us to fix our buses and our bus cameras, so we will not pay anything extra. These are the cameras that are internal in the bus. Those are our cameras, we
Right.
purchased those, so that's
The
what
ones that
that
like
was.
look at the seats.
The ones that look at the seats. So that was the difference. So it was a really good question that came up, because where we
Smart.
paying for that when we shouldn't be, but it was internal cameras. We do pay for those. Those are ours. Those are owned by the county. The county does not have the ability to look at our internal cameras. They only utilize bus patrol for the stop arm cameras.
You're welcome. Can we just jump back to the food thing, one quick question? I know we very excitedly find out how many people bid, or how many companies bid for produce when we have produce bids. Do we have any farm purchases? Like, I know that farm purchases to schools has been a thing, and it's no longer a mandate federally, but
That's-
do we
They
have?
actually are using a farm out in the town of Florida that
Okay.
they're sourcing their produce from.
Okay,
Yeah.
just wondering if we have
And it's,
that
and
ability.
it's better than the produce that I buy at the grocery store.
That's awesome.
It's phenomenal.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, sorry.
He
just
does
If we can do that support.
manage the food from the different sources, yeah, he does very well
Mr.
with that.
Frantini does a great job.
Yeah.
For sure, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry to go backwards, keep going forwards.
Okay.
Oh.
So September claims, there really wasn't anything of importance to really note. A lot of these are relative to mostly your capital project. When you look at the funds, they're capital project. Capital projects are so volatile. Obviously, it's like building a house. When you're building a house, you never anticipate some of those costs. They're gonna come about. I don't see them as anything material. So in the normal course of work, we have allowances, we have everything that are coming through. So, outside of that, I don't see anything you have your emergency repair, that was obviously for the freezer, maintenance agreement, again, facilities related, athletics,